High up in the clouds, there was a magical place called Ember Valley, snow-capped mountain. It was home to dragons, big ones, little ones, silly ones, and sweet ones. And every single dragon there could do one very special thing. They could breathe fire, great big beautiful bursts of orange and gold. The whole valley glowed. Every dragon was proud of their flame. Every dragon, except one. His name was Zippy, dragon. Zippy was a small sky blue dragon with big green eyes and the most beautiful wings you've ever seen. Sparkly like moonlight. Sparkles. He loved flying loop-de-loops. He loved making his friends laugh. He was the sweetest dragon in the whole valley. But Zippy had a secret. A big secret. When the other dragons breathed fire, Zippy hid. Because fire scared him. A lot. Now, once every year, something very exciting happened in Ember Valley. The Great Fire Festival. Every dragon would stand up tall and breathe their most beautiful flame for the whole village to see. There were gold flames, rainbow flames, even tiny little heart-shaped flames. Yellow heart, rainbow, red heart. And this year, Zippy's name was on the list. He read it once. He read it twice. He read it 3 times. Then his tummy did the biggest, wobbliest nervous flip you can imagine. That night, Zippy lay in his cozy cloud bed, eyes wide open. Crescent moon. What if I try, and nothing comes out? He whispered. What if I cough? What if I sneeze? What if everyone laughs? The worries piled up one by one, heavy as rocks. By morning, Zippy had a plan. He would pretend to have a tummy ache. He would miss the festival. He would hide just like always. But then, he heard a knock at his door. It was Flara, his very best friend in the whole wide world. She had a daisy chain. She had a blueberry muffin. She had the biggest, warmest smile. Zippy took a deep breath. And then, he told her everything. About the fear. About the hiding. About the heavy, rocky worries. Flara listened. She didn't laugh. She didn't gasp. She just sat down beside him and held his little claw. Zippy, she said softly. I was scared too. Last year. And the year before. Zippy's eyes went wide. Eyes, you were scared. Everybody's scared of something. She smiled. That doesn't mean you can't try. So they went to the meadow behind the waterfall, where nobody could see. Just try, said Flara. Just once. Zippy scrunched his face. He puffed his chest. He squeezed his eyes shut so tight. And then, poof, out came a tiny little cloud of purple glittery smoke. And it smelled like blueberries. Zippy blinked. Then he giggled. Then he laughed so hard he fell over in the grass. It wasn't fire, but it was his. And it was a start. Festival day came. Bright and loud and full of color. Dragon after dragon stepped up. Ruhar. Crimson flames. Whoosh. Silver sparks. The crowd clapped their wings and cheered. Then the announcer called out, Zippy. Zippy's legs felt like wobbly jelly. His wings shook like leaves. He walked to the center. Slowly. One tiny step at a time. All those eyes. All those faces. All looking at him. He found Flara in the crowd. She gave him a little nod. And Zippy took the deepest breath he had ever taken in his life. Zippy closed his eyes. He thought of the meadow. He thought of Flara. He thought of the blueberry smoke. He thought, I am tired of hiding. He puffed his chest bigger than ever before. And then he breathed. The crowd went silent, because shooting out of Zippy's mouth was the most beautiful flame anyone had ever seen. Swirling purple fire, dancing gold sparks, and the most magical smell of blueberries and starlight. For one whole second, nobody made a sound. Then the valley erupted. Cheers, wing clapping, happy roars. Later, Zippy and Flara sat on their favorite fluffy cloud and watched the stars come out. I was so scared, said Zippy, shaking his head. But I did it anyway. Flara smiled her warm, wonderful smile. Do you know what that's called? She asked. Zippy shook his head. Courage, she said. Courage isn't feeling no fear. Courage is being scared and choosing to try anyway. Zippy looked at the glowing valley below. He felt something warm inside his chest. Not fire. Something even better. Pride. From that day on, Zippy was still scared sometimes. Because even the bravest dragons, even the greatest heroes feel afraid sometimes. And that's okay. But now when fear came knocking, Zippy took a deep breath. He found his Flara, and he tried. Dragons from far and wide heard about the little blue dragon with the purple blueberry flame. They came to hear his story, and every single time, Zippy would look at them with his big green eyes and say, "You are braver than you think." This is the end of the story. Moral of the story: true courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing to try anyway.